students, welcome back. Let's continue with our computer graphics subject. The next topic in this subject is the basic illumination model. So whenever you are seeing the word illumination, means that we are talking about the light. Okay, we are talking about the light. So what are the different illumination models that are present in this computer graphics? So on what basis the picture can be identified and we can able to see the picture on the screen with more clarity? So here there are different types of illumination model. If we have all these types of illumination models, then we can able to see the picture with a perfect image on the screen. The illumination models is used to calculate the intensity of the light that is reflected a given point on the surface. So what it means? Actually, first of all, what is an illumination model? Illumination. It is used to calculate the intensity of the light. So what is this intensity of light and what is all these things? Actually, the intensity of light means how much amount of the light that is placed on the surface. Means suppose if you take this pen. So on this pen, a light is illuminated. Means the light is projected on this. Right? So if that light is projected on this, how much amount of light that is? Suppose based on the surface, that is based on the object, the light can be observed or light can be reflected. So how much amount of the light that is reflected, that you call it as intensity. At what amount the light is coming. So based on the watts also the light will be variated. Means the intensity is also variated. Means the force or the brightness, that everything you call it as an intensity. The intensity of the light that is reflected a given point on surface, you call it as illumination model. Illumination models is used to, a different models is present. Those models are used to calculate the intensity of the light that is reflected at a given point on surface. So here I have taken a pen. Suppose if I take any of the mirror, or if I take any one of the light observed transparent paper. So different items if I taken. So if I place the light on those different surfaces, or you can call it as an objects or whatever it may be. So if I place the light on those objects, the intensity of the light that is reflected a given point on surface. Means whenever a light is reflected, suppose in the paper the light is reflected. So whenever it is reflected, different models will be appeared. That is the illumination models. Those models are used to calculate the intensity of the light. Means how much amount of light that is observed by the surface and that is reflected by the surface, that you call it as illumination models. And for that you are using the illumination models to, the main aim here is to calculate the intensity of the light. The thing you have to remember that why we are using these illumination models. Different models are present. Why we are studying that different models? Because to calculate the intensity of the light, different objects will observe the light and reflect the light. How much light it is, intensity of light it is taking, how much light it is going to be reflected, that we need to be calculated. That calculation is based on different illumination models. An object is illuminated from the ambient light and from interrelated light sources. So object is illuminated. Object is nothing but a surface or whatever the item that you are taking. That is going to be illuminated from the ambient light and from interrelated light sources. So let me explain you what are the different illumination models. The different illumination models and that important models are ambient light, diffusion illumination, and specular reflection. So these are the three important components that are present in these are the basic illumination models. So these illumination models are used to calculate the intensity of the light that is reflected a given point on the surface. Okay, ambient light, diffusion illumination, and specular reflection. So I'll explain each and every component clearly in the coming videos. So first let me tell you, these three illumination models are used to calculate the intensity of the light that is reflected a given point on surface. It's just a given point on surface, not the complete surface. At one point on the surface, how much light it is observing and it is reflecting. Ambient light is the light coming from the nearby object after reflection. So actually the object illuminates on the basis of some properties. Whatever the object that you are taking, if that object is illuminating on what basis? On the basis of intensity of ambient light, type of object surface, and the surface colors. So based on these three properties, the object is going to be illuminated. Intensity of ambient light. Ambient light is just nothing but the background light, okay, that I'll explain you, but I'm roughly saying that ambient light is nothing but a light that is, you are able to see here, there is a complete background light, it is an ambient light. So the object illumination has a properties like intensity of ambient light, how much ambient light that is there, and the type of the object surface. So what type of object surface you are using, whether you are using the shiny object or you are using the some hard surface or like this. And the surface color is also important. What type of color you are using? If you are using the normal white color, it's okay, you are just seeing whatever the light that is playing. And the surface colors, different colors means different light will be produced. Okay, if you place the red paper on this red transparent paper on under the light, you can see the reflected light is also a red color, like that. So the properties of object illumination is completely on the basis of intensity of ambient light, types of object surface, and the surface colors. Okay, so in the next video I'll explain you what is the different illumination models, that is the ambient light, diffusion illumination, and the specular reflection. Thank you.